Hi viewers, good morning and welcome back to the fourth session on cost and management accountancy. So in the third session, what we discussed about the cost controlling techniques. One of the famous and the powerful cost controlling technique is budgeting. So I want to communicate to you all the budgeting process so that you will get good knowledge on how to do the budgeting and you can apply this budgeting tools so that you can do your financial planning, be it organization level or in your home level at the home, so that your planning for the finance will be in a structured way and it will give you good results. So let us try to understand what is budgeting. So budgeting is a process of anticipating or deciding the future income and expenditure. Okay, anticipating and deciding how much revenue I should generate, how much expenditure I should incur. It is a streamlining process of expenditure process. Okay, so budgeting is a planning for the future. How much I should earn revenue, how much I should spend my expenses, be it operational expenses, be it capex expenses.
It's a kind of it's type of forecasting.
Forecasting, yes, forecasting. Budgeting is like a forecasting, monitoring, controlling, and evaluating the financial goals, future financial goals. So, from this sentence or from this statement, what we can understand is budgeting is one of the important cost controlling tool which helps the organization to meet its financial goal. So, assume that you already have a target. Against the targets, you will put your actions to achieve it. Slowly, when you start achieving your target, you will feel yes, whatever I planned, whatever I forecasted, whatever evaluation I have done for my finances is working out. So that gives you a immense satisfaction, immense pleasure that your budgeting tool is one of the best tool of cost control. Now, let us take an example of revenue budgeting. Every organization, okay, which is having the financial year as April to March, they start doing this forecasting or budgeting from somewhere from December. Base, because the 9 months actuals, April to December, will be their base for future outlook. What they do, they start doing the budgeting exercise somewhere in December, and then process goes on, and then they will come to a final cut of budget in the month of March. So in this budgeting, first budget is the sales budget, because this is the foundation for you of how much revenue you are going to generate, how much expenditure you have to spend. Okay, so in the sales budget, what you do, you take all, for assume that it is a manufacturing organization. What they do, they take all the products which they are producing, they take all the new products which they are planning to produce in the next year, and what is the anticipated revenue, and planning for the new market share. For example, let us say a company is operating in one place in India, they are planning to expand their operations in other places, like in Hyderabad, or like in some other Delhi, or some other state, which is a place where they can sell their product. Till now, they have not attempted that market places or market share. So they plan all these things in the sales budget. How it happens? What is my new product share? What is my old product, existing product share? What is my existing market? How I am going to expand my market in other places? How I am going to improve my market share? Let us say company is having, let us say, 50% in one place. They want to expand. They want to grow or increase their market share from 50 to, let us say, 70. How they are going to do? All this planning happens in sales budget. Okay. Now, when the sales budget is freezed, then what is next is the production budget. For making a product, what do you require? A material. Okay, this material is nothing but is the input for your output. So what happens? They do the market, they do the material budgeting. For after doing material budgeting, is it enough? No. They have to manufacture the product. So they have to do the production planning. They call it as operational planning. So operational planning includes all this material procurement, production planning, dispatch, distribution, etc. All these are covered in the production planning or operations planning. Okay. Now, apart from the major departments like sales department and production department, we have some support functions. What are the support functions? Finance, HR, your service department, and your this what do you call your facility department, which facilitates operations of your machines and all, or we call it as maintenance department. These are all the supporting functions. They also need a budget. How much budget they should spend for doing these activities for the future period. Okay, so they also will come up with their budget. Maintenance department will come with the budget saying, sir, my machines are getting older now. I need to replace this. So any machine replacement will come as a capex budget. But sometimes they want a revenue budget. I need to spend more on the repairs and maintenance. I need to give it a outside vendor for AMC services. So this all comes under revenue budget. So they put their budget. And finance department will consolidate all this budget. HR department says yes, in order to expand our marketing operations, we need to employ some marketing people in the other states. So I require additional budget. To maintain my workforce, to motivate them, I need to increase their salary by 8%. So I require some this 8% additional budget. I need to employ few people whom are specialized or who are specialized in carrying out these operations which we are anticipating. For example, I want to grow in the abroad. Like I want to expand my products in not only domestic market, in the export market. So I need a person, somebody in US or Australia to sell my product. So I cannot employ here, I will employ there only. So for them a budget is required. So HR departments put their budget. So once all these budgets are consolidated, it is called as overall budget or consolidated budget. So it is also called as famously called as master budget. So master budget is combination of all these functional budgets: sales budget, HR budget, production planning, operations, maintenance, HR, and other service functions like service department, etc. And another major department is there, like a R&D department. They also have, when you want to produce a new product, they need to test the new product, right? So they also come with their own budget. So all these budgets are consolidated, and a budget P&L, budget balance sheet, budget cash flow, all these are prepared. All these statements are prepared. So first is the budgeted P&L. So it always shows what is my top line, what is my revenue, down, what is my material cost, what is my employee cost, what is my manufacturing expenses, what is my administrative expenses, what is my selling expenses. All these costs are put in an Excel sheet. Then they'll arrive at the profitability. Management fees. Look, my earlier previous years, my profit percentage of sales is at 20% or is it 18%. Now I'm increasing, I'm expanding my operations. Accordingly, my percentage of profit should be on the higher side. You should be on somewhere around target of let's say 22%. We should now plan to achieve the 22%. Now initially we made a budget, all these things are over, budget payment is ready. It is giving let us say a profit margin of let us say 20%. Management wants 22%. Okay. Now all will be working towards achieving 22%. How to improve the revenue or how to cut down the cost so that I will achieve that budget. Ultimately, revenue minus my expense is profit. Right? So now you already understood this concept of profit in my earlier session. Now this profit margin, how to achieve. So in the first cut we have 20%. Next, after revision, then they say, okay, I'm achieving at around 23%. Now, once again, people will sit and do a meeting, analysis. Okay, whether I'm going to achieve 23%. Yes, let us. What are the risks and what are the factors which I need to build in so that I achieve this target of 23% now. Then they will discuss. Then they do the brainstorming. They put all the assumptions and risk and how to mitigate this risk. All these factors are built in that one template or one PPT. This they will submit to the senior management, like directors, CEOs. They once again understand. They come up with a new idea, saying that no, we are anticipating 20%, which is not right. Let us anticipate 25% with expanding our market share, not from 50 to 70 to 80%, or expanding our operations in other states like Tamil Nadu. Now we are in, let us say we are in Karnataka, Andhra. We need to expand our operation. Let us say expand our operation in Tamil Nadu and partially in Kerala, where my product is usable or can be used by the population. And how to improve my market share in abroad, how to increase my export sales. At present, I'm at 10% of my facing my total revenue. 90% is domestic, 10% is export. I want to make it to 15%. Which are countries where I can expand? Now I am working only in US. Can I expand in European countries? Or can I expand in South Asian specific countries? This brainstorming they will do, and then they will give a clear cut guidelines. Okay, you please put all these actions into our planning so that we will ensure that whatever we targeted, we achieve this. So this budgeting process, which starts from somewhere from December, keeps on after brainstorming, first cut, second cut, third cut, somewhere by fifth cut or by let us say eighth this one, they freeze the budget with the approval of board of directors. If it is a registered company, or it is a small medium company, it is approved by its owner or the promoter. Once the promoters or the board of directors approve, this budget will come into picture from your April to the next April. So April to March, this is the budget, and month on month we keep monitoring our actual results against this budget. So first month budget, what is the sales volume plan, what I achieved, what is the difference. So as I explained in my third session about variance analysis, standard costing and variance analysis. So this variance analysis tool will come into picture. It shows where the variance, whether it's adverse or favorable. If it is adverse, where I lost money, so that I can take an action for achieving what I planned. So this keeps on going. So over a period of 6 months, management once again thinks, okay, what was my budget, what is my actual, what is the variance. They will try to do a reforecasting, basing on these situations. Now let us take example of this COVID-19. Nobody anticipated, right? Suddenly in the month of January it came. So assume that January, February, March was my total. Somewhere I planned in December that this is my fourth quarter sales volume. Actually, sales started dropping in January itself. Then I will do a reforecasting. Instead of planning 5,000 components sale in February and March, I will cut down that. What I will do, I will reduce it to, let us say, 1,800 or maybe 2,000 for next 2 months. Accordingly, I plan my operations. I stop procuring the material. So these are all the control measures. So forecasting helps in revisiting our budget. and to what extent I am going to achieve my targets. So, in short, a budgeting process, a budgeting tool helps the management to plan their resources well in advance for the future period so that the optimum utilization of resources happen and the best results come out of that action they have planned. So now let us understand how to do this budgeting at our household. Right? Now assume that you are an employee working in a organization. You are drawing a salary of, let's say, 1 lakh odd. Now you came to know your salary is going to increase from 1 lakh to 1 lakh 20,000. Good. 20% increase, very good. You got promoted. Now this 1 lakh 20,000 you have to spend, and moreover you also think about saving. Maybe this 1 lakh what you are getting, you are saving, let us say, 20,000 rupees every month. Now this additional 20,000 also came. Will you plan to spend? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. What you will do? You will accumulate this another 20,000 what you got as additional. You try to save this 40,000 for your children's education or children's higher education abroad, or if your children are grown up and getting ready for marriage, for your marriage expenses, all these things you will plan. So this facilitates you in a proper planning. So budgeting tool can be utilized by anybody. It is not required that you should have to be an accountant only. You can be an engineer. You can be a small businessman. Okay? If you plan, if you budget, and accordingly you put your budget into actions, you will achieve the results. So budgeting process is one of the important, most critical and vital tool for financial success.
Yeah, so that's interesting one. So, human life cannot be forecasted,
Yes,
but financial systems can be forecasted.
yes.
That's the
So
point.
most of the organizations use Excel as a tool, and some organizations have automated these tools. So somebody from sales department enter the sales volume, that will get converted to operations budget. So material budget will automatically become. So this is my sales volume, accordingly this is my material cost for this product, this is my material cost. So production planning department will put their budget. They say these are the requirements. So accordingly production planning budget will get rolled. Ultimately, in a software developed by their own team or by the external vendor, they do this automation of budget and then they see the results, and accordingly they simulate the results. Now they are done. First cut, okay, first cut is giving 18%. I want 20%. What is the other thing which I have to increase? Like they increase sales volume. What is the percentage? They reduce the cost. If I reduce material cost from x to x minus 1. So what is the result? So the simulation techniques also will be utilized by them for creating a clear budget which they plan and execute and achieve the results.
Brilliant. Yeah. So thank you, sir. So you will be explaining through an Excel
Yeah.
about whatever you have discussed about
Yes.
budgeting. So it's fantastic and very informative.
In the Excel, what I'll show how a sales budget process. I'll first show the assumptions that will be carried in the budget, then a sales budget, then a production planning budget or operational budget, then finance budget, and then consolidating all these budgets in one sheet where you will get the P&L, monthly P&L.
So thank you, Mr. Mahesh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So viewers, what we discussed on the budgeting. So I am going to show it in the Excel sheet how a operational budget is prepared by a manufacturing concern, and how from where they start and how it ends. Okay, so let us start to understand what is budget. So as I communicated in my class, a budget is a forecast of revenue and expenses over a specified future period. That means for a specific financial year. So budgets are utilized by companies, corporations, governments, and even by our household. Means our common people also makes budgets for their household expenses, etc. So budgets are integral part of running a business efficiently, and budgets for companies serves as a plan of action for managers as well as a point of comparison at a period's end. That means budgets are prepared in advance, and month on month these budgets are compared with the actuals to understand what is the variance and what is the plan of action to be taken. So coming to types of budgets, so first budget is a master budget or overall budget. It includes all your revenue and expenses, and most of the companies will start with a master budget, which is a projection for the overall company. Master budget typically forecasts the entire financial year, and the master budget includes projections for items on the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow. These projections include revenues, expenses, operating cost, sales, and capital expenditure. So now let us move to other sub part of the budget, like operating budget. So operating budget means what? This budget includes the expenses and revenue generated from day-to-day business operations of the company. The operating budget focus on the operating expenses like material cost, employee cost, production expenses, sales expenses, depreciation, interest, etc. So typically what happens, the when the company plans for the budgeting for the future year, so they somewhere start in the month of let us say the company is planning the budget for 2021. So the budgeting exercise will start somewhere in the month of January 20, so that by March 20 the budget will be finalized by the board of directors or by the senior management, and then handed over to the operating team for controlling purpose. So the major assumptions will be the sales volume for the year, month on month, and the selling price fixed for the product, and the material cost, and the other key parameters like employee cost, production expenses, manufacturing or general administration expenses, sales expenses, depreciation, interest. So here I am taking few assumptions. We are assuming that our general or administration expenses are estimated at rupees 1 lakh per month, depreciation is estimated at the rate of 2 lakhs per month, interest is estimated around 0.5 lakhs per month, and scrap sales, that is the other operating income, which is apart from your product sales or services sales. So scrap sales we are estimating around 0.5 lakhs per month. So now let us understand how the master budget is prepared. So
The operating budget is a subset of the master budget, isn't it?
yes. So that's what in the this what it says. The operating budget includes expenses and revenue generated. Sorry. From day-to-day business operations, the operating budgets focus on operating expenses like material cost, employee cost, production, sales, and other expenses. So now let us see the template of how the master budget or master budget P&L is prepared. So for so all the numbers here are representing rupees in lakhs, and so here month on month budget is prepared, and percentage of revenue, how much each cost component or each operational budget, middle consumption budget, employee benefits, production expenses, general or administration expenses, sales expenses, depreciation, interest, and these total expenses. And from the total income minus total expenses, we will get the operating profit. So this is how the budget is prepared, and I will now navigate to each subset budget. Like let us focus on first what is the sales budget. So sales budget, if you see month on month, a volume sales volume is fixed here, which is anticipated sales volume over a period of 12 months, and what is the selling price per unit. So if you multiply this into sales volume into selling sales price, we will get the sales value. and my material cost is per unit is 600 rupees. So what is my material cost per month? 6 lakhs 7 lakh 20,000, because based on the my volume of operations. So it keeps on changing in respect with respect to the sales volume, and similarly sales value also keeps on changing with respect to sales volume. So sales volume is a key factor here, which is driving the sales value and the material cost.
The material cost is in rupees, and the material cost at the total is in lakhs. Is it just to,
Yes, yes.
okay?
So,
Okay,
so
okay,
that's what I mentioned here. All the amounts are rupees lakhs.
okay. So material cost per unit, it says 600 rupees, or is it in, how do you present
No,
this,
no, it is per unit, per unit.
per unit? Okay.
So the sales budget, which consists of two factors. One is sales volume, another one is selling price per unit, which is in rupees. So sales value is arrived with multiplication of sales quantity and sales price per unit. So this is how it is arrived every month on month. And next we will have YTD. That means YTD means month on month. What is my total cumulative sales value? So if you see here, my total sales value is 420 lakhs, and my material cost is around 180 lakhs for the whole year. So which is what is mentioned here. If you see here total, so let me freeze the fans here so that it will be visible. So if you can see total sales value, here we are getting 420 lakhs, which is coming from here, and my material cost 180 lakhs, which is coming from here. So every company, when they prepare, what they do, they keep on monthly budget as well as year-to-date budget, so that when they compare the actuals, so for the first month comparison will be April and April. When they do the comparison in the month of May, for the month of May as well as YTD May, that is April and May put together will be YTD May, and for the month will be May month. So when they do the comparison for the next month, so YTD will be June, that is April, May and June, and for the month will be June. So these are the comparison done by the companies, most of the companies, with their budget. They compare the budget with the actuals. This is the way they keep on comparing, and they take the corrective action based on the variance analysis. So now let us move to, and so we have understood how the sales budget and material cost budget is prepared.
Yeah, can you go back to the screens, the master budget?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you explain on the again the Y2D,
Yeah,
YTD
YTD.
part?
Okay. So
Okay,
what happens here? We have the monthly budget: April, May, June, July, August, like that. Okay. So now then, what we are doing? We are keeping the YTD budget. YTD budget is nothing but, when I see for the month of April. So April means what? It is just for the month of April. So but when I see for the month of May, May shows April YTD budget and May month budget. So similarly, if I go and see for the month of June, June comprise of YTD May plus for the month of May.
So with the end of the March of that financial cycle, it will show the entire 12-month budget together.
Yeah. So if you see here, total is 420 crores, 420 lakhs. If you add up all the months of budget here, you can see the 420 lakhs.
Perfect. Yeah.
So this uh, keeping the cumulative numbers will help the management to understand as on YTD June or as on YTD September how much is my actuals and how much is my budget. So for easy comparison, they always keep on YTD, year to date. YTD means year to date. For the month means for the month. So we have seen how the data is flowing from sales and material cost. So now let us see other expenses. like employee cost, which is once again divided into contract labor and workmen, and my production expenses, majorly power and fuel and repairs and maintenance of my machinery, and my sales expenses, which constitutes majorly this advertisement and promotion expenses, and the commission and discount which I pay to my dealers. So what is happening here? We have taken the assumption that my workman will remain fixed irrespective of my sales volume. So every month I have to pay 1 lakh rupee as to my workman, but my contract labor is not the same. So contract labor is majorly depending on how many units I am producing or how many units I am selling. So what I am doing here is that contract labor per unit is 105 rupees fixed. You see here this 105 rupees. What I fixed here per unit is 105 rupees. So that means in the month of May, I sold how much quantity? My sales budget here, I have sold 1200 numbers. So 1200 numbers into 105 rupees will give me 1.26 lakhs. Similarly for the next month. So contract labor I am paying as per my sales volume. So which is a mutually agreed between my contract service provider and the organization, saying that this many units, this for per unit, this is the price I am going to pay. So this is how the contract labor is, if you see, is purely variable. It's keep on changing. But there is my workman is not changing every month. It is remaining fixed per month. Every month it is 1 lakh rupees. Similarly, other manufacturing expenses like my power and fuel and my repairs and maintenance. My power and fuel is also once again a variable. So 6% of my sales value. 6% of my sales value is my power cost. So as and when the increase in volume, my power cost also is increasing. Similarly, my repairs and maintenance, which is a fixed in nature. So I give some AMC to some vendors, to service providers. So they come and do the machine repairs, etc. So it is fixed pay for the month, irrespective of my volume. So it is fixed in nature. So 0.29 lakhs is what I am paying every month. And now come to the other key operating expenses, sales expenses. So here what happened? Here my advertisement and promotion expenses and my commission and discount I am paying per unit of quantity sold. Initially what I have entered into agreement with the service provider, saying that per unit I will pay 50 rupees. For advertisement, for commission I will pay 90 rupees. But later on, when my business is picking up, is growing, I am increasing per unit fixed per unit price from 50 rupees. I made it to 60 rupees. You see here. So this is what the change. So my price cost has increased from 50 rupees per unit to 60 rupees. And similarly, my commission and discount also increased from 90 to 110 rupees. So as a result, my sales expenses are also increasing month on month. So all these employee cost, production expenses and sales expenses are linked to the master budget or overall budget. If you see the link here, it is taking to here. Similarly, if you take the production expenses, it also referring to this column, this cell. For example, sales expenses, it is also taking this. So if you take any month, for example, let us take September month. September month you take, it is for the September month. This is the sales expenses that we are incurred. So similarly, when this data is captured here, and in turn it is calculating for the YTD. So YTD, my sales expenses are 57.06 lakhs, my production expenses are 28.68 lakhs, my employee cost is around 43.50 lakhs. Now Other expenses I assumed that it will be fixed in nature per month. So general administration expenses like my office maintenance, go down for rent, etc., and my telephone expenses, my printing and stationery, all this will be fixed. So which is around 1 lakh per month, and my depreciation of machinery, which is also fixed in nature, is around 2 lakhs per month. So assuming that I am paying, I have some borrowed capital from the banks for running my maintaining the working capital, this one. So I am paying the interest on the working capital borrowed from the banks. So it is around 0.5 lakhs. So every month it is fixed. So if you see, now I have captured here in my operating statement, I captured my sales income, I captured my scrap sales. In total, what is my total income? So total income every month on month it is changing, and here it is captured for the YTD. So YTD, my total income is around 426 lakhs. If you see here, my material cost also, which is also captured from the sales and material cost budget sheet, my employee cost, all these expenses which are captured monthly and total, and I am making a operating profit of 0.42 lakhs in the month of April. That is, I am projecting 0.42 lakhs per month for the month of April is my operating profit. And since my volume is increasing, so it is become 1.3 lakhs, 36 lakhs. Similarly, as the months are progressing, I am making a good amount of profit. So I'm making 5.99 lakhs, 7.22 lakhs, and if you see here, my percentage of operating profit also is increasing steadily because my sales volume also, my sales volume is increasing. If you, I capture the sales volume from here. So let me capture this YTD sales also. So you can see for the full year of FY 2021, I am projecting a sales of 30,000 numbers, and my sales value is coming to around 420 lakhs, and my total income coming to around 426 lakhs. And my metal consumption is 180 lakhs, and employee benefits, etc., and other expenses are all put together. Total expenses is around 351 lakhs, and I am making a operating profit of 74.76 lakhs. And if you convert into percentage for the whole year, so let us see what is percentage. So I am making a operating profit of around 18% per annum, and my cost is around 82% of my revenue. So this shows that I am making a good profit margin within my industry, where the profit of around 15 to 18% or 15 to 20% is considered as a good performance of the company. So this is how the budgets are prepared, and monthly the actuals are compared with the budgets to understand how we are progressing, and as per the progress the management will keep reviewing the information and analyze the progress made. In case of any adverse variance, management will get alerted and they take corrective action so that the anticipated budget will be in line, or the actuals will be in line with the anticipated budget.
Great.
So let us summarize once again. So budget is nothing but a forecast of your expenses and revenue for a specified period. So specified period is what here? April to March is a specified period, and the budgets are prepared by the companies as a per plan of action. So here we are seeing what is the plan of the company. Month on month, how much is the sales volume it is projecting, how much is the sales revenue it is generating, and what is the expenditure it is going to incur, and what is the operating profit it is going to make month on month. And we have seen what is the master budget. Master budget is nothing but this is the sheet of where it's overall budget showing the company's performance over a period of April to March. And operating budget means all these budgets like our sales budget or material cost budget and my expenses budget like employee cost, production expenses, sales expenses, etc. And other expenses, what were assumed here is what the our assumption. So every organization will go with some assumptions. So this month, so for this year, this is what my expenses are going to incur: general admission expenses, depreciation, interest, scrap sales, etc. And apart from this, so many other assumptions will be there, like what is the sales volume going to be projected, all those things. So this gives us a clear picture of how the master budget is prepared and what are the components of this master budget: sales budget, material cost budget, and the other expenses budget. So with this, we come to an end on how the budgets are prepared, and you can go through this Excel sheet and you can have a fair understanding of the budget preparation.
That's great. So thanks for the explanation. Thank you.
So viewers, so we understood how the budget is prepared, what is the budgeting process, what all the steps that are involved in budgeting, like master budget, which is about company overall budget, and the sales and material cost budget, which is subset of this master budget, and the expenses budget, which is subset of the master budget. So master budget contains the all the sub budgets like operational budget and material cost, etc. All these things, all the cost components. So ultimately showing what is the operating profit you are going to generate, or operating profit which are going to generate for the projected sales for a period of for a specified period. In here the specified period is April to March, April 2022, March 21. So with this I hope you all might have understood the process of budgeting and budget preparation, and how the budgeting helps the organization to grow, and the plan of action they implement to understand the variances and to correct the issues or the problems which they are forcing in the future. Thank you all for your support.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.